What it do? Beer Game, Bacon Bits, beautiful people. Your girl poet told you I had another midday shenanigan check-in, and it is with none other than the Black Girl Magic that's gonna take over the anthem for the Back of My Mind tour. Her in the building, looking like our entree and a snack.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, I am so excited to see you take the stage. Let's just say that after the streets have called my name and I didn't respond, I have been counting down to you being on the road. Thankful that over the past year and some change, I've got to see you do you.
Yes.
But how is this moment for you?
Oh man, you have no idea. Like I can't even really put it into words. I've been so overwhelmed, like, and so grateful because it's been so long. I mean, even before the pandemic, I hadn't been on the road in a while. And now that I'm back, it feels like the first time. I feel like this is crazy. So many people are singing all the words to my songs, and like to be up there and just having a great time. Like I missed it. You know, it's a really, really great feeling. So I'm just like taking it all in, and I'm over there like showing out. I'm showing out because it's been a long time. So, you know, you'll get the greatest show you can get out of her.
I'm glad that you said that, because my first question is going to be how we put the set list together, sis. You have to catalog the catalogs. I want to know.
Did you want to put a special request in? You know, let me know. I could. You maybe slide.
As I am. And losing, because they all speak to different parts of my journal. But I wanted to ask you, for you not to have been on the road in some time, like how do we put this set list together so you're not doing 8-hour shows every night?
You know, it's honestly, that has probably been the biggest challenge of the past few months and the past few weeks, is like what songs to put. And that's such a beautiful problem. It's not like I have like 3 songs that are the same 3 songs everybody wants to hear. It's like everybody wants to hear something different. So that has been a struggle, but I'm trying to mix it up and put everybody's favorites in there as much as I can.
So tell me this, is there a possibility, so that people don't ruin it for some of us, thank you social media, might one city get one set list one way and then another, so nobody can kind of catch on?
Definitely. I definitely have been like pulling some songs. Like it's kind of whatever I feel that night. Like it's whatever I feel. We might pull something out. We might, you know, everything is interchangeable. So we'll see.
We love to see it. You've always been very transparent with your lyrics. I feel like I am seeing more of you now. I got to see you at Broccoli City when you were first rolling through, and it was sunglasses and hair. We couldn't really see you. And what spoke to me was that you were like, every time I want my craft and what I am presenting as my baby to speak for itself. How has that evolved for you to the point now that I'm in an interview and I get to see your smile and
like thank you. No, I mean, you know, in the beginning, like that was the whole purpose, is just like let's focus on that first. That should come first. To me, I think the art should always come first. That's why I do this, you know, is for the art and the purity of the lyrics and the message. And now I think I did that. I think people have gotten to know the music and the art, and people are still, you know, getting to know that. But now I'm learning and figuring out a balance of just giving a little bit more, you know, little by little, just like, you know, giving that so that, you know, people, I think, that feel connected to my music can feel connected to me as well in a different way, in a more personal way. And I like that. And even at my shows, like I try to make a big place feel more intimate, and I think I should have that. So yeah, just little by little, you know, just giving more of me. But yeah, it's tough. I'm a very private person, but yeah, I definitely just giving a little bit more.
How do you navigate that balance? Like in my mind, you're my homegirl. We hang out when you come to
yes.
How do you maintain a balance of keeping you and then giving us her and still being you at the end of the day?
Man, I'm still finding it. I mean, you know, listen, I always say this, her has never been like a persona or somebody I feel like I have to turn on. Like it's my true self. My music is where I truly live. Like that is where I express, where I, you know, can truly be me. And so I feel like even with, you know, fans and lovers of music, like that's a space where I can fully be me on a stage and present that thing. But, you know, at the end of the day, like when all of that is off, like I'm just chilling. Like I'm chilling. I'm in the house, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't know, like it's a very interesting thing, because I never associate, you know, her or the separation between like who I am, you know what I mean? And like, you know, that thing. But yeah, I think I'm still finding that balance.
So you talk about how you want your craft to speak for what you're trying to get us to feel. Let's start there. That I feel you. I'm an 80s baby, so lyrics matter to me. I'm Black, so a beat gonna catch my hips and I'm a sway.
Yes, that's right.
There's a transparency with you though that I don't even know if it happened, but I feel like I'm listening to a song. Well, right now, For Anyone, I bet like she had to have cried to put these words together and pull from this memory. Your music, is this all pieces of real life things that's happened to Abby, and now it's let me share it because somebody somewhere needs this tool to make it through?
Absolutely. It's all my personal stories. It's all me. Sometimes it's therapeutic for me, and I'm not even thinking about who's going to hear it, you know, or how they're going to hear it. Like, it's just plain and simple, like either an exaggerated version of the truth, or it's my story, or it's me working through it, trying to figure out what it is that I'm really feeling. And I think everybody can relate to that thing of like, I don't fully know what this is, but this song can put it into words, or it can say what I don't even know I'm feeling. Like it can literally say like, I don't know, you know, what this is. And that's kind of what I feel that I need to do. And that's why my album is called Back of My Mind, because it's all the things that we're afraid to say, or we're afraid to face, we're afraid to, you know, come to terms to or acknowledge. And that's where I come from in my music.
What's something that you were afraid to face that you've had to face, and now because you faced it, you like, ha, can't nothing stop me now?
Yeah, a lot. I mean, myself.
Really?
And that's a thing I think for everybody. I mean, I don't want to say myself, but you know, you go through changes and things, and you know, like obviously so much has happened in my life, and a lot of things happen in everybody's life, and you forget to take a second to just look at yourself. You know, you forget to take a second to listen to yourself. You know, sometimes you get caught up in opinions of other people, social media, you know, relationships, friendships, you know, either you get taken advantage of, or you don't know how to be you, and you have to get back, you know. And not that I've experienced that to an extreme, but I definitely have found myself like, oh, whoa, wait a minute, what is it that I'm feeling? What is it that I really want? You know, and I think now I can really say, I love the woman that I'm becoming. You know, I love the person I'm becoming. I make more time for myself. So it's a lot of those kinds of things. I think we're so busy with life and all the things that come with it, in our feelings, that we forget to look at everything, you know, from like a bird's eye view, and to look at ourselves and be with ourselves. So yeah, not to get so deep, but yeah, that's the reality of it.
Deep, you know,
but that's the reality of it, you know.
I sit down with you and my thoughts are, for somebody who may never get to have this interaction, I want them to see the you that I see when I'm listening to a song, when I'm hearing Hold On and thinking, after the year and months that I've had, I lost my father in March.
I'm so sorry.
It's some things that only a couple songs have been able to get me through. So in this moment of a celebrating Back of My Mind, and you giving us this really intimate piece of you, because I feel like this album peeled back a layer that I hadn't seen in your EPs. Like, you gave me guys be playing around, I'm trying to build, got my empire, I'm getting my bag. But for Back of My Mind, it was kind of like, okay, let me peel off the celebrity title. Let me peel off this. Let me peel off writer. And here is me, bare bones. And I hope that you receive it. I'm not necessarily sure if that's what you meant, but even as I go through the songs, each one seems to reveal, I always say, a different maybe page in your diary.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's exactly what it is. And I love that. I love that that's what you got from it, because it definitely is all the different moods. It is all my different moods, at least.
Do you ever write in your journal in a British accent? Have you helped?
I'm definitely speaking a British accent sometimes, you know, and not even realize it, because that's just me goofing around. But yeah, no, it's definitely like my diary in music form. My music is my diary.
Well, thank you for opening up. Not too many people want to share their diary, their journal, or those thoughts that you say between you and God, that you're afraid of the judgment. that may come with it. Now, I'm also noticing you being really impactful on social. Now, was this a decision that you were like, let me tap into these folks that tap into me? Was that something that your team was like, hey, more people want to see you, especially your lives? I think that's when I feel like I get you, like you at the cookout or Sunday dinner with the family.
Right. Exactly. Lives.
What role does social play in your life and connecting with those who are drawn to you and your music?
Man, yeah, it's been a journey, like as far as social media, and like I said, still learning that balance of how much to give. But I love, interacting with the fans. I love going on live, and it was something that really got me through, like, the pandemic, was being able to like jam out with other girls when I did Girls with Guitars, and even just playing music I love. I was in my hoodie and just like hair in a bun, just singing random songs and eating food on the camera, and I don't even care. Like it's a layer that I'm happy, to peel back, because I just feel much more connected to the people that feel connected to me. And that's something that's really special. And I think it just makes everything else greater. And I think it just makes everything else more special, knowing that that I have that with the people. But yeah, social media, it's tough, because it's like, I don't really want to say that, or, I don't really want to post that, but it's like, sometimes you got to be like, yeah, whatever, who cares? And then other times you got to be like, you know what, I'm going to keep this to myself. And I think this is personal. This is something that I really just want to keep. And that's cool too. So just trying to take it, day by day.
I'm happy that you mentioned Girls with Guitars. Are we going to get that, like, once we wrap this tour, will there be some we coming back where we are doing, I don't know, solo guitar battles, and then we dance like an all woman everything,
That would be dope. That's a very big dream that you got right there. That's very ambitious, and I like where you going with it. I do. I like that. You had me.
You know what? When I watched you do it, I thought, what a way to use your platform to plant seeds for other folks. And you really don't have to. You don't. So of all the things you could do, well, we know your love of live instruments because we get to watch it and listen to it. But why was that especially special to you? Because even each time you did one, there was this joy in your face of the person that you're playing with. That's like, I can't believe they're playing with me. And I think they were like, I can't believe she's playing with me.
Yeah. I mean, it started off as something selfish. Like you said, I just was like, oh wow, I can't believe these, people want to hop on my live and like, let's jam out, hitting up people I love, like Troy Kelly, Alessia Cara, and just a bunch of people that I think are really dope. Priscilla Renee. And then it just turned into like, oh wow, people are coming on here in the comments saying like, oh, I'm gonna buy a guitar, like you've inspired me to play guitar, or oh man, like just new artists and people are on there like, oh wow, this artist is dope, you put me on. And I'm like, oh wow, like this has become something so much greater than I thought. And it was just fun for me, and now it's become this big thing. But I'm definitely going to bring it back in some way, shape, or form. We'll see how, we'll see when, but I definitely want to bring it back and continue that vibe, that support, but also like being able to jam out with some of the artists that we know and love.
I mean, it could be the halftime show at the Light Storm Festival, but what do I know? I'm just a creative.
Yo, you're gonna have to write all these down. I might have to take some notes from you because
I pretty good ideas all the way.
Okay.
Earlier about just your craft speaking for itself. You've been very vocal when it comes to Black lives. I told my mother I was interviewing you today, and that's her calling me talking about. Did you do it yet, Mom? I'm still in the middle of it. But they tell me to wrap it up like Dave Chappelle. I definitely want to speak to your artistry and how you've used it to speak and give voice to those who don't always have one. And then to turn around and you get nominated for 6 NAACP Image Awards. You get this Best Original Song Oscar for Fight for You. So, and it's bringing even more attention as somebody who has spoke about activism to know that now your music is standing in spaces for where activists and voices can't.
It's crazy. I never imagined that would happen. It's never something I was intentional about, as far as, of course, my intent when it comes to music and talking about the world around me is literally my responsibility to my art is that I'm always going to speak on how I feel. Like you said, that transparency, I'm always going to be transparent. And that is my responsibility, is to the truth. And I am a creative. Now I have this platform and I still forget the power of my voice. I do, until I released I Can't Breathe, and someone said, oh, this song made me think differently. Somebody said my Jewish grandfather, who's 70 years old and kind of stuck in his ways, listened to that song and it made him think differently. I'm like, now that's real. That's when you get the minds of the people, that's a whole other type of impact, which I never thought I would have. So being able to start a conversation, be part of a conversation, fuel that kind of conversation within music, is not something you ever have to force. When you just do you, and you just continue to fight and continue to do what feels right, and you lead with that passion and you lead with that drive, and you continue to be compassionate, just in the world and for people, for all people, but especially your own people, that's when it cuts through the most. And I'm so grateful that I have that opportunity, and that I feel like I've been put on this, in this world and on this planet to be a vessel. And that's not even something I have to overthink. It's something that I can just do and just be. And I hope everybody continues to remember that, like, all I got to do is be and lead with what feels right, and continue that. And yeah, I think that's when you break the doors down. You don't force anything. You just feel.
And on that note, Village, I give you her. Yeah, my mind tour, coming to a city near you, taking the anthem. I mean, congratulations on everything. Thank you for using your superpower for good. Looking forward to seeing you in that Color Purple movie musical. You playing Squeak is just dope. And just please never, like, don't stop. We are cheering you from the sidelines, and we love and appreciate you.
Thank you. I love and appreciate you too. Thank you so much for the love.
Thank you, my love. It's WPGC, y'all. Yes.
All right.